Porat is one of God's Jewish warriors. As he drives through his settlement on the occupied West Bank, nothing makes him happier than seeing the next generation. Their presence, he believes, is part of a divine plan for the redemption of the Jewish people.
Redemption will be good for the Jewish people and for the entire world.
As a young man, Porat studied to become a rabbi. At morning prayers, he straps on tefillin, leather boxes containing handwritten verses from the Torah. And he recites an affirmation of faith that dates from the Middle Ages.
Every day I say these words. I believe with perfect faith in the coming of the Messiah.
50 miles and a world away, Yaakov Barnea lives in a suburb of Tel Aviv, Israel's most cosmopolitan city. His religion, he tells us, is classical music.
So the choir singing Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus. Hebrew, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. In English is Holy, Holy, Holy.
To him, the Messiah, in Hebrew, the Moshiach, is a fairy tale.
I love the music, nothing about the Mashiach. I don't believe it.
Barnea grew up in a family where Judaism was more of a nationality than a religion. They did not go to synagogue, did not observe the Sabbath, and did not keep kosher.
Let's put it this way. I've always liked my sandwiches and my omelets with ham.
Hanan Porat, the devout, and Yaakov Barnea, the secular. Though they are two faces of Israel, they once shared a moment of history, a turning point for Israel 40 years ago. June 1967, the Six-Day War. With Egyptian troops massed at the border, Israel launched a devastating preemptive strike, destroying Egypt's air force, then its ground forces in the Sinai Peninsula. To the north, Israel fought off the Syrian army, and to the east, the Jordanian army. Barnea and Porat were ordered to Jerusalem. Their brigade attacked the Arab side of the city, East Jerusalem.
I had the awful feeling that our way to Jerusalem was going to be over dead bodies.
Casualties were heavy. But when the battle ended, Israel was poised to take Jerusalem's old city from the Arabs, including 35 acres of sacred ground. It was from here, according to Muslim scripture, that the Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven around the year 630. But Hebrew scripture puts the ancient Jewish temple in the same location, destroyed by the Romans in the year 70. For the next 1900 years, even the last remnant of the temple, known as the Wailing Wall or the Western Wall, was lost to the Jews. But the 1967 war changed all that when Israel ordered its army to capture the old city. The soldiers entered here through the Lion's Gate. It's a short distance to the sacred sites. Soon the field commanders radioed headquarters. The Temple Mount is in our hands. Words the Jews had not been able to say for nearly 2,000 years. And then you turned over here?
Yeah.
Yaakov Barnea was ordered to stand guard on the upper level, which includes a Muslim shrine. What did you think when you saw not just the wall, but the mosque?
וזה...
It made a big impression.
זה עשה רושם גדול.
Holy.
Holy. Yeah, sure.
Hanan Porat went to the ground level, to the Wailing Wall.
When we gathered at the wall, our eyes opened and the tears began to fall.
Battle-hardened soldiers sang.
The ecstasy was amplified by the fact that on the eve of the war, Israelis feared destruction. They feared another Holocaust.
To Porat, it was a miracle.
I felt like we were making history, like something out of the Bible.
But to Yaakov Barnea, it was a military victory, pure and simple.
I don't know nothing about God in this matter of fighting.
After the war, Barnea went on to a successful career in advertising.
I went back to work, I went back to my family, to live a normal life in a normal country.
But life would not be normal. Israel now ruled 1 million Arabs in 26,000 square miles of occupied territory.
A very, very intense debate began within Israel of what it meant, what to do with it, what should be the future of those territories.
In the euphoria of victory, some spoke of a biblical prophecy come true. Among them, Hanan Porat. He had a vision for the conquered land, and he was certain whose side God was on.
Do you have any doubt?
When we come back, God's Jewish warriors create facts on the ground.
I wouldn't call it lying. It was more like we got the land in a roundabout way.
And later, Jewish settlers turned to terror.
The bomb went off the minute I stepped on the clutch.
And a plot to destroy one of Islam's holiest sites.
They could change by that the whole history of the Middle East.
Cyprus, the year-round island.
I could do anything for you. Would you do anything for me too? Anything for you.
In business, 68% of Swedes believe that you have to be prepared to defend your territory, while 65% of Italians think that giving way is a sign of weakness. For India,